A boy named Hans has a conversation with his mother every morning. In the morning conversations, he simply is telling her he is going to meet his fiancée Gretel, and the evening in which his mother reprimands him for mishandling a gift from his fiancée. Every morning when Hans meets Gretel, he asks her for a gift. In order, she gives him a needle, a knife, a young goat, a ham, a calf, and finally, herself. In each instance, Hans mishandled the gifts. He sticks the needle in some hay, but his mother tells him he should have stuck it through his sleeve. So he puts the knife in his sleeve, but is told he should have put it back in his pocket. He puts the goat in his pocket, thus smothering it, and is told he should have led it by a rope. He tries to lead the ham by a rope and dog steal it, his mother telling him he should have carried it on his head. He carries the calf this way, but it kicks him until he drops it and it runs away. He is told he should have tied it to the stable. He ties Gretel in the stable, and the story ends when he misunderstands his mother's advice, casts her adoring eyes at her, and gouges out the eyes of the livestock he owns to throw at Gretel. This results in a disengagement, portrayed in the final sentence, and that's how Hans lost his bride. Wow, I think we kind of messed up who Hans was in the last episode.
Yeah, that's okay though, because this makes for a much funnier conversation.
Which makes a lot more sense when George is like, I don't know anything, just questions. But then Hans is like, what about the little book? It's like, it makes so much sense if this is the clever Hans, not just the Hans from Hans.
Or dopey Hans.
Yeah, it's like, just mess everything up.
Brad, I want to talk about a couple things here. The one that made me laugh the most was, or there are two that made me laugh really hard. I was trying to contain myself while you were reading.
Yeah.
Was the leading the ham by a rope? Can you just picture a guy tying a ham, like a rope around a ham, and just walking down the street?
Yes, I could.
And then the dogs get it, and he's like, oh, my ham.
That's weird. Everything's weird. Oh well. How you doing, Michael?
I'm doing pretty good, Brad. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
I'm ready to play some video games today.
Are you ready to play episode 3 of season 1 of The Wolf Among Us?
Yes. What's it called?
This episode is called A Crooked Mile.
Oh!
That's the name of the episode.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty fun. Yeah.
This should be a good game. I can't wait to play episode 3.
A Crooked Mile. Jesus, I can't believe I have to do this twice. It's a good episode. Yeah. It's got a great name. Mm-hmm. It's an excellent name.
Should be a lot of fun.
I totally looked it up before we started shooting this. We don't have our voices at all. He sounds nothing like me. I don't know what you're talking about. So, do you have any questions before we begin?
No, because I watched our episode 2.
Oh, you actually watched episode 2?
Yeah, I watched episode 2 this time.
Well, that's good. So
you're
all caught up?
a little bit of a refresher. I forgot a couple things. It rekindled my hate for the frog.
For TJ?
For TJ and Mr. Flippy.
What?
What's the frog's name?
Toad.
Like Super Mario Brothers? Toad?
Yeah, because he's a toad, not a frog.
Oh!
That's why his name is TJ, Toad Jr.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Why'd you call him Mr. Flippy?
I completely forgot his name, and frogs have those big flippy feet, so...
I'm just imagining Toad in the heat of the night, and the guy's like, what's your name? And he's like, they call me Mr. Flippy. That's all I'm imagining right now.
I like that. Mr. Flippy.
Alright, so you prepared?
I'm all set. I got my beard ready. My beard's prepared to play this game.
The beard is it's pretty fine.
It's really impressive.
It looks really ready. So let's head on over to our chairs, where Charlie is currently occupying one, and we'll play episode 3 of The Wolf Among Us.
Just call him Charlie?
No, call him Hurley.
I think you said Charlie.
Who's Charlie?
Well, that's what I wanted to know. I'm sure if you look back, you'll see that you said Charlie.
Pretty sure I said Hurley.
Alright, well...
I never get anything wrong.
Let's head back over there.
Yeah, let's head on over there, Steve. Yeah!
Oh.
Previously on The Wolf Among Us.
Our stories used to be so simple. We had a beginning, a middle, and an end. But ever since we moved to this awful city, Everything's gotten so confused.
Look, I didn't kill anyone.
And I'm supposed to just believe you. Snow. I just want you to be careful. I almost lost you once, and...
I'm not yours to lose. I'm not going to be an errand girl for Crane anymore.
She looks like Holly.
It's not Holly, it's her sister Lily.
She was hooking to pay down debt. Eventually, the only people she owed were at her work.
My name is Nerissa.
Well, Nerissa, I've got some questions. The open arms.
Oh my god! What is it?
It's Crane.
Episode 3 of Season 1 of The Wolf Among Us. Starts out where we left off, in the Open Arms Hotel. And Bigby is super mad.
Crane? Ugh, God, you think you know a person. Bigby, you have to tell her.
I know.
So Bigby Wolf is like, I gotta let Snow White know that Ichabod Crane has really nasty, dirty thoughts about her.
That perverted little fucker might be after Snow. I need to find her right now.
Bigby Wolf finds out that Snow White is at a funeral for Lily.
She took Holly to the business office to prepare for the funeral.
Lily's funeral?
Yeah.
How do you know?
I was just at the Trip Trap, and I heard Gren telling some folks about a funeral.
So he rushes his way down to the funeral. Doesn't say whether he takes a car, a bicycle, or plane, but he gets there.
So you go to Lily's funeral, Snow White is talking, you don't interrupt her, and you go to a table that has been set up,
Which has a really cool helmet and a couple of cards that her friends wrote for her. Pretty much all letting her know that they're gonna miss her and that they really want most of their Batman DVDs back.
Aww. Also, where's my DVD of Batman Begins?
Who's Vivian?
Also, where's my copy of The Dark Knight?
Now we'll have our moment of silence.
Shining star in this shithole of a town. I miss you already.
P.S. You can keep my copy of Dark Knight Rises. But Snow stops talking, she comes over there, she wants to know what you want. And everybody else wants to know what you want. Because they're like, you weren't invited, you weren't supposed to be here.
You throw my sister down the witching well, and you have the nerve to show your face here?
Holly, wait, that was Crane, just Crane. He disposed of Lily's body before Bigby could do anything about it.
I'm sorry, Holly. I didn't know he put her down the witching well.
So Snow wants to know what you want. You guys, you go off to the side, you have a nice sidebar.
So you tell her that Ichabod Crane has been perving over her for quite some time.
Lily was Crane's prostitute. I followed a lead to this shithole motel, the Open Arms. Crane had a room there, and he's been taking prostitutes, or at the very least Lily, and making her look like you while he was, you know.
And Snow is creeped out, she's angry, she's got all sorts of emotions going on. She needs to finish the funeral because they're like doing the burning, even though they don't have a body, they're still doing the ritual. And you're like, alright, you go ahead, you take your time. We have to go back to Queen's office, but you finish that first.
Meanwhile, Mr. Bigby Wolf is just standing there watching it, waiting for Snow White, and he gets a shotgun in his back, and guess what? It's Tweedledee and Tweedledum. And they're there, and they're telling him, listen buddy, you lay off of Mr. Crane, or we're gonna have a problem. So a bunch of the other people from the funeral show up.
What the hell is going on?
What's happening?
Very sorry to impose, but we only had a deal to work out with Bigby. And we're unhappy to report that things did not go as smoothly as planned.
Holly turns into a troll, a rather attractive troll, and Grendel turns into a monster. And Snow White stays a human, because that's what she is. And shots are fired, everybody's pissed off.
Yeah, get him, tap that A button.
Oh,
yeah.
you're gonna go down.
Now kiss them.
Now go, alright, wait, what? And everybody's just firing, and they're like, well, we're just gonna leave now. Bye. And they leave. So we go back to Crane's office, where I'm repaired by Mr. Swinehart, who's a pretty cool doctor.
There's only one thing you have to take away from all this. Take it easy. Just remember what I said. The stitches won't hold up if you continue to act like you normally do. Everything in moderation. And eat more chicken. Your blood pressure's through the proverbial roof.
I'll try to.
All right then. Very good.
So Swinehart leaves. Buffkin is trying to repair the mirror that Crane smashed in the end of the last episode, so you guys can't find him, but uh-oh.
We have a problem.
What is it?
I can't finish the mirror. It's missing a piece.
Crane must have taken a shard with him.
Oh, I can't believe this.
I saw Crane pick something up after he smashed it. I'm sorry, I didn't realize what it was until now.
Well, the mirror can't work unless it's whole.
And Buffkin says, hey, before Crane left, he was on the phone saying something about a witch.
He called up somebody. He said he needed to see his witch, or that he would need to get to the witch for that. Whoever that is.
His witch?
Yes, it sounded like the one he got his snow glamours from.
This is gonna sound crazy, but do you really think Crane did it? Everything points to him, I get it, but do you really think he killed those women?
I'm as confused as you are, to be honest. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense.
He was a conniver, a coward, a liar.
But you look great in a bathing suit. That's when Bluebeard comes in. He knows what's going on. It seems like a lot of the town knows what's going on with Crane.
Mr. Bluebeard shows up and he's yelling at you.
Can we find the dull pervert or not?
He took a piece of the mirror, so we can't use it.
This farce was your ridiculous idea for a plan. I mean, who put you in charge in the first place?
Fixing the mirror was the most logical
You're
thing.
a secretary! He's the sheriff! And none of you were chosen to run this office!
Listen, Bluebeard, you're not a part of this.
I don't think you're in any position to turn away help.
What do you know about Crane, anyway?
That he has the stones to kill prostitutes like any common sex-frightened serial killer and not face a real challenge.
It takes all my strength not to punch him in his big, stupid, wife-murdering face. Eventually, we learn that there's a couple different places we could check to find him, or the witch that supplies him with glamours to turn trolls into beautiful Snow Whites. Yes. Weird.
You can go to Crane's apartment and see if you can find anything about the witch there. You can go to the Trip Trap and look through Lidley's things, who Holly currently possesses, and see if you can find anything about the witch that way. Or you can go to the office of Tweedledee and Tweedledum and see if you can find anything there.
I choose to go to the bar, where I meet a very high Gren.
Hey, look, Woody, it's the sheriff. Well, come on in, buddy.
Gren's high off of medicine that Dr. Swinehart gave him, and liquor.
The doc gave him both barmecidal ambrosia for the pain.
Look, the deal is, if you resist going to sleep, like I am right now, it gives you a very, very, very nice high.
Gren is talking about, we should drink to the memory of Lily. And the woodsman is there and he's like,
Gren, the doc said you needed a rest.
How many times you fucking gonna warn me about it, huh? You're not my fucking mother, so just get off my back!
And Gren is getting really mad at the woodsman. And you're like, what the hell's going on? Why are you guys fighting? And you find out why.
This walking lard cake was paying Holly's sister to let him fuck her behind all of our backs. And Holly had to find out going through all of her sister's shit. What fun that must have been.
He leaves after getting into his little fight with Gren. Gren passes the fuck out and won't remember anything that you said. And you go to find Holly.
So you go to the back room where Holly is sleeping, in troll form, of course, and you start going through Lily's things.
So while you're looking through the box, you have a nice little heart-to-heart with her.
Do you even give a shit about us? The strays? The ones that aren't in that fancy high-rise. Those of us that gotta work for a living.
Holly, just because I live in the woodlands doesn't mean I'm not one of your strays.
So you go through Lily's box of stuff, box of possessions, and you see, the brooch that you had previously given Holly. You see this picture of 3 ladies, including Nerissa. You see a book in there. And in the book is a listing, just initials, I'm assuming those initials are for people, obviously. And then addresses. And then the phone rings, and you pick it up and it's Snow.
Find anything?
Just an address book with her contact's initials. Not sure which one is the witch, though.
You have the option of going to Ichabod Crane's apartment, or you could go to Tweedledee and Tweedledum's office. I decided to go to the office, where I meet a very nice fellow named Flycatcher, who is the Frog Prince. He's a really cool guy. He's like a janitor, or a custodian, whichever one doesn't work at schools.
I think the twins are out. They gave me the job after Crane told me to get lost.
Where's their office?
Oh, right this way. I was going there next anyway. I can let you in if you want. You can wait for them there.
He lets me into their office. I have a good look around.
Can't find anything. It's like nothing. Nothing important. You find these letters where one Tweedle wants a dog, the other one says, I hate dogs.
Dear Brother D, I think we should get ourselves a dog. Sincerely, Brother Dumb. Dear Brother Dumb, I hate dogs and you know it. Sincerely, Brother D.
The only real thing you find of value are these files that the Tweedles have on everybody. And you find out that the Tweedles were hired by Crane to get a photo back from Faith. You know, Donkey Skin, the girl who died in the first episode.
So that's why they were at her apartment. And the woodsman's place.
Him and I have a nice discussion about how Tweedledee and Tweedledum are actually assholes.
I know these guys can come off abrasive at times, but they aren't so bad once you get to know them. And they really care about helping people.
How do you mean they help people?
They're detectives. Anyone can come in here with a problem and they'll do their best to fix it. The way Dee explains it, it's like if someone lost their cat, well, they could hire them to, you know, track it down.
Look, just trust me on this. Tweedledee and Dumb are not nice. They're not helping anyone.
Why would there be anything
Because they're lying to you, okay, Flycatcher? That's why. They aren't detectives. They shot at Snow White.
Bigby, what happened to your...
You want to know what this is? This is them showing up to Lily's funeral with fucking shotguns!
And he's like, oh, yeah. Flycatcher's like, you're probably right. Well, there's a secret drawer over here.
There's a door behind this file cabinet. I don't know what they keep back here, but it might be what you're looking for.
So, you open it up, you go down there, and there's a whole bunch of weird packages. There's a mushroom in there for BCW, which we don't understand.
You find a box addressed to the Crooked Man, and it's just a Fabergé egg. Is the Crooked Man addicted to Fabergé egg just like Bleeding Gums Murphy was? You find another box, and then you find a letter and some money. And the letter is from Crane to the Crooked Man.
I'm sorry, I know I'm late. I'll get it to you soon. Ichabod Crane.
You find a box that says to Auntie Greenleaf, and it's a little box that has a little bit of Snow White's hair, so that she can make another glamour for Mr. Ichabod Crane.
AG or initials in that book you found. You find out where the witch is. You call Snow White, you tell her, you guys head over to the Auntie Greenleaf place. And you knock on the door and you're like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna get Auntie Greenleaf, we're gonna talk to this witch. And you open the door and there's a little girl named Rachel. And she's like, I'm tired, what's going on? I'm a girl.
Sorry.
Blah. That's the noise girls make. Blah.
She lets you in, you have a look around the apartment, there's no old ladies there, just a little girl. You find some cool things, you find a tree from the homeworlds or the homelands.
Mommy uses that to carve her trinkets. It's from the old world.
Trinkets? Like glamours?
You keep looking around and you're like, oh, we don't find anything.
Nothing that looks like Crane was here either.
Nothing?
Keep getting whiffs of that aftershave of his.
I do too.
So you see a glamour on the counter and you pick it up, and the little girl's like,
Oh, no, please, just put that back exactly where you found it. No one is allowed to play with that.
It's all right, honey. Bigby's not going to break.
And you open it, and the little girl Rachel changes into
Auntie Greenleaf.
big surprise. So you hassle her, and you're tired of her bullshit, and you yell at her and stuff.
You picked the wrong night to lie to me. No more lying, no more ring around the rosy, no more bullshit non sequiturs. You're done. It's over. You're gonna tell me what I want to know right now.
She's being all sarcastic and everything, being real catty. She doesn't really want to tell you anything. So Snow's like, all right, well, fuck this noise. Let's burn a tree down.
This witch has been selling illegal glamours that continue to undermine everything we've built. She's harboring a fugitive that took advantage of it, and now she's resisting every attempt to make things right. I frankly don't give a crap if she's afraid for her life. We can at least make sure she never hurts us again. We're destroying the tree.
The witch doesn't like that. That's the tree she brought from the homelands. That's the tree that helps her make glamours.
That tree is ancient. It's part of the family, and it's the only thing paying for this shithole apartment. And the Fables, who can't afford the glamours from you, come to me for help. Without them, where do you think they could go?
And you're like, I'm not gonna burn down the tree. You're confronted with a choice to burn down the tree or offer her a job. I chose to offer her a job because we could always use more glamours, and the more witches we have on our side, the better, because they have magic powers, which is awesome. That's what we need. So you get the information that apparently Ichabod Crate had been there a couple minutes prior, and he had taken a ring from the witch called the Ring of Dispel.
He thinks it's the Ring of Dispel. You know, that will pierce the protection around the girl's speech. He says pulling the truth out of them will prove his innocence. It won't, though. Damn thing lost its power decades ago. So what? Are moving trucks gonna show up here or something?
Something like that.
We'll call you.
RoboCop shows up. I'm here to get your tree. RoboCop, why are you moving tree? I fell on hard times.
Can we get a Fables RoboCop also?
That'd be grand, I think.
They send him into the homeworlds to help fight.
Let's get that adversary. You're coming with me, dead or alive. Well, see, as a Fable, I can't really die. Oh, stop shooting me!
So you go to the Put It in Pie, you and Snow White bust down the door, and guess who's there? Georgie Porgy. If you recall...
Georgie? Oh. Georgie!
So you walk in there and he says,
Decided you want a taste of the wares? Oh, I see. Come to audition, you bitch.
And I punch him in the face.
Fucking fuck, man!
You hear Crane yelling in the back room. You see Crane in the back room. He's trying to use that ring on Orissa, but we know it doesn't work. He can't get any information out of them. Their lips are sealed. It's never gonna happen. You get up to Crane and you're like, dude, stop. It's over. We've got you.
Ring won't work. Greenleaf sold you out.
What? No, this will work. I assure you, it must. I wouldn't you. Damn you! Come on, please. Tell me who killed her.
My lips are sealed.
And Snow is like super mad. She's been mad. She's been a real bitch this whole episode. And she gets in Crane's face and she's like,
how many years has this been going on?
Too many. But I didn't kill those women, Bigby. Please, I had nothing to do with that. I just love you, Snow.
Bigby? I don't think he did it.
we're like, wait, what? We've been chasing him this whole time. And she's like,
look at him. Do you really think this man murdered these women? He wouldn't be brave enough not to put his stamp on the world like that. He's a disgusting coward, not a murderer.
But we can arrest them for embezzling Fabletown funds to fuel his own stuff. Like making glamours of people who look like me and touching them. And Bigby Wolf goes, grand idea. So you get him and you leave with him. Spin him around.
aw, take him to the dance. He deserves it.
Oh, there's gonna be a dance already.
Oh, there is? Ooh, I'm so excited. Ooh.
You better go pick out your dress now, Brad.
Yay! You finally, my head's been cut off.
Is this a Brad glamour? Did someone make this troll look like Brad? Nope, it's really Brad. It's Brad. It's definitely Brad.
Episode... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait, something going on outside.
As you're leaving, you go down the alleyway and a car pulls up and blocks your way. Next, you go down another alleyway and two cars, one of which is a pretty cool limousine pull up. And, get this, are you guys ready? Bloody Mary shows up.
Hi. What you got there?
And let me tell you something about Bloody Mary. She's hot. She's really hot. She has a big crazy gun, which is awesome. And Tweedledee and Tweedledum, along with their friends Shotgun D and Shotgun Dum, she does some blah 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 blah. Give us Ichabod Crate. Blah blah blah. No, we won't. He's arrested. He's going back to Fabletown with us. And she's like blah 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 blah. No, he's not. And Tweedledee and Tweedledum just start firing on you with their big old shotguns. And you get shot a couple times as the wolf, and the wolf gets up and he just transforms into the big, scary, big bad wolf. and he just beats the crap out of him. He takes Tweedledee and he's just smashing him into an air conditioning unit. You get the option to kill him. I don't kill him though, because that's not the way. We don't kill people anymore.
And then Bloody Mary shoots you with a silver bullet. And so, she goes into the limo, and she pulls out an axe. The woodsman's axe, actually. Where did she get that, I wonder? She gets the axe, she's walking over to you, she's prepared to cut off Bigby Wolf's head. But Snow stops her.
Just take him, okay? Take Crane.
Yeah, I don't know. It's your lucky day, kid. The Crooked Man says it's okay with it.
And so, Bigby Wolf is saved. Of course, they lost Crane, but Bigby Wolf gets to keep his life. And sadly, that's kind of the end of the episode. I mean, Bloody Mary breaks her arm before she leaves, which looks like it hurts a lot, but it's pretty much the end of the episode. Alright. And episode 3.
So, let's start the third part of the video with our introduction!
Yeah, high five! So, that was a pretty good episode.
Yeah, oh yeah, there was a lot of really cool stuff.
I liked it. How much did you enjoy it?
On a scale from 1 to 10, I'd give it about an 8.
On an 8?
Yeah, I'd give it
Compared
about
to
an
the
8.
first 2 episodes, what's your favorite one so far?
I don't know, I think I like them all equally for different reasons.
Yeah.
It's kind of like making me pick my favorite child. Which I'm usually going to say Eric.
Yeah, Eric.
Yeah.
Eric's a pretty good kid.
Eric's a great kid.
It picks up right where it left off.
Which is neat.
Which is nice, yeah. The first thing you get to do in this episode is react to how angry you're going to be to finding out that Crane is the one that was doing stuff with Lily.
Yeah, while she looked like Snow White.
While she looked
how
like Snow
weird
White.
that is.
Yeah, he's the creeper. Let me bring up something really quick. When I was editing episode 2, you could tell that Crane's reactions to certain things, like when you guys are examining Lily's body and she changes from Snow White back into Lily and you see, oh, it's a troll. And he says, "You've got to be kidding me."
You've got to be kidding me.
The way he says it, like finishing the episode and going back and seeing that, he's reacting to it, he's like, oh my god, it totally is Lily. Like, his reactions in that episode, when you see him, they show him very much that he's guilty of doing something. And then you know what eventually. But of course you don't pick up on that because like you're like, what would he be guilty of? I have no idea.
Yeah.
There's no like signs that he's like gonna do something evil or has done something evil. Or it's just something
It's
creepy.
just signs of him being a prick.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole time.
It's like you see him in the first episode, he's just a prick. He blames Snow White for like the death of Faith and everything. He's like, you're responsible for this.
You're Snow White.
Yeah, exactly. Let's move on to Crane's office.
Crane's office.
Where I believe is this the first time you see the character Swinehart?
I feel like we've seen him previously.
To me, at first, I thought he was going to come across as like kind of a dick. I thought you were going to get along with him. I thought there was going to be some conflict, but he seems like a general.
He's a really cool guy.
Yeah.
I like him.
I had everyone that got wounded sent home. Holly refused to let me see where she lived, so I left her and Grendel back at her bar with a dose of juniper and spring water. The Titans, Bigby. They'll be fine.
Here's something I would like to talk about. Buffkin.
Buffkin? You love Buffkin.
I do like Buffkin. Yeah,
he's a really cool guy.
He is sort of he's not a failure at things, but he doesn't exactly help.
Why not mention this before?
No one asked me.
Buffkin!
And I'm hungover. I'm sorry.
I mean, he's a flying green monkey from Wizard of Oz, so I could excuse him for like not being 100% the way I want him to be, like excellent at everything I want him to do. But like whatever.
I'm only 3 feet tall. There are limits here.
You get into that altercation with Bluebeard?
Yeah, that was I thought that was kind of
what?
Dumb.
What do you mean?
I didn't care for it. I mean, the scene was there, and I understand why, but I was just like, oh.
It just felt
here
like,
I am arguing with Bluebeard.
Again.
Again.
It felt unnecessary almost.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. They want to keep him around because there's got to be something else there.
Yeah.
There has to be.
Just
That's
an
why
asshole.
he keeps showing up. Like, he's in the site. Yeah, whatever. He's interrogating Dee, but it's not his job. Why is he doing it?
Yeah, why is he there?
Yeah. Like, oh, he shows up now because he wants to know what's going on with Crane, and he's saying, he's a murderer. There's something going on there, too.
Right.
I don't think it has anything to do with the Crooked Man.
Probably not.
But there's something.
He probably just doesn't want him
him
to find out other stuff he's been doing.
Yeah, which is, I think it was really funny, that part where he's like, oh, wow, he's running around killing innocent women. When this is the guy who would kill all of his wives.
Yeah.
Like all of his
To
wives.
be fair, though, if his wives would have listened to him and not got in the basement, just saying.
So, you had that choice to go to the Trip Trap. You had that choice to go to Tweedledee's office. You had that choice to go to Crane's apartment. You went to the third place, a place I hadn't seen at all yet, which was Tweedledee and Tweedledum's office, where you met Flycatcher, who wears a weird frog hat all the time.
Yeah, to remind him that he's the Frog Prince.
Yeah. Which, he seems like a cool guy. He's
really
gullible. He's a lot more gullible than I thought
He
would have
is.
been.
It's kind of weird because I feel like he's played more as like a teenager.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he's stuck like in maybe like an 18, 19-year-old
I can see that.
mindset.
Now let me ask you a question. Why does he's a prince, right?
Yeah.
He's a frog prince.
He's a frog prince.
Why does he work? Like,
Because
does he have money?
Some of the people, when they flee the homelands, were able to take their riches with them.
Yeah.
That's what happens with Bluebeard. That's why he's so rich in the money life and why he has all this cool stuff. That's what happens to a lot of people. Some of them didn't.
Oh, okay.
And he falls into the category of people who didn't. The reason why he couldn't is because he escaped from the homelands in frog form.
Oh, okay.
So he physically couldn't take stuff with him. Can we talk about Auntie Greenleaf?
Oh yeah, that's the next thing we have to talk about.
And Clementine?
It's not Clementine.
It looks exactly like Clementine.
I don't think it does.
It's a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
And had a couple more freckles.
I don't think it looks like her. I know how much you love Clementine, Mike.
I'm pretty sure it was Clementine.
But not every child character is going to be Clementine.
Well, first off,
here's the thing though. You hate Toad Jr.
Yes.
And he's played by the voice actress who played Clementine.
Right.
Yeah, but you hate TJ.
And then I thought, oh yeah, I hated TJ.
You think I would thought you would have liked TJ?
Nope.
Because of that.
I don't like his stupid stock thing shirts. Because I like Swamp Thing, and I don't like them parodying it. And then do you think that the little girl sounded like Clementine?
No, it's a
completely
different voice actress. Yeah.
Alright, well, it sounded like her to me. Maybe it's just because I want to see Clementine in every video game. More Clementine.
Yeah. Like you wanted to like be hanging out with Clementine, like, oh Clementine, let's go to the grocery store. And you accidentally knock something over and TJ's like, no, not a shopping cart.
Oh, I would hit him so hard with
like
shopping
that's your perfect game, hanging out with Clementine and knocking shit over and having TJ go, no.
Yeah.
That's all you want to happen, right?
Oh yeah, I would love that. That would be my game.
There was that little small thing, which I found very intriguing, was when Crane was talking about saying, oh, Snow White, I love you. And he he sarcastically like apologizes for like, I'm sorry that I didn't cheat on you like Prince Charming and moved to Europe.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
I'm sorry I'm not Prince Charming, okay? I'm sorry I didn't cheat on you and run away to Europe.
In the comics, from what you can remember, has Prince Charming come up ever?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Does that come up ever?
Well, yeah, pretty much. They say it not in kind of those words, not really.
Like Prince Charming and her having a previous relationship?
Yeah.
Because they did have one in the homeland.
But then as soon as he's done with her, he moves off and he's the one who saves Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, okay.
And then as soon as he's done with her, he's the one who moves off and hangs out with Cinderella.
Oh, right.
So he just keeps going from girl to girl to girl.
No.
And then at one point, I think 3 or 4 of them all sitting around having coffee together, just talking about how much they hate him.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Well, when it comes back around again, like, Snow White's the early man, she confronts Crane, but that's when she's like, there's no way he's the killer. Like, look at him, he's like a sniveling little coward, which I didn't think he was the killer. Did you think he was?
I never thought he was the killer.
I never thought he was either. He's just a little creepy guy. There was no way he would have had, I think, the willpower or the testicular fortitude to murder anybody.
Yeah.
To steal a phrase from something Mick Foley says, testicular fortitude, I don't think he could kill anybody. I don't think Crane could kill anybody.
Right, yeah. I that's why I kept thinking the same thing.
Yeah. There's no way he could kill Billy or Faith.
Or anyone.
He's not that smart either, I don't think. He's smart sometimes, but he's not that smart to get away with murder.
Yeah, I can see him being smart enough to get someone else to do it.
Yeah.
Not himself.
Did you want to bring this up?
Oh, yeah, I want to bring it up. Friggin' Bloody Mary shows up. Ooh. To quote myself from the last episode, the vapors. Ooh, my. And it's funny because earlier today I was in my apartment. I was using the restroom, and I turned off the light
Yeah.
before I was done for some reason, and the water was still running, and I was like, oh, should I do Bloody Mary? And I was like, no, I don't want to do Bloody Mary. And I turned the light on, and turned the water off. Because I was like, oh man, wouldn't it be funny if I talked Brad into doing the Bloody Mary thing in the background?
I wish you had.
That would have been really funny.
I really wish you had. I wish you lied to me and said you did it.
I'm sorry.
Honestly. I really wish you had. Here's the thing. I want to talk about the Crooked Man real quick.
Alright, let's talk about the
before I move on. The Crooked... Does he come up at all in the comics?
I don't recall him at all. No, I don't recall him at all.
Now, I haven't done research on him yet. I haven't looked into him because I don't want to spoil anything for this. But do you know who he is?
No, I don't.
Have you ever heard the name of the Crooked Man?
I've heard the nursery rhyme or the story, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary is rather attractive. Personally, I'd say she's the hottest in the game so far, next to Colin.
Oh, the pig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a cute pig. I like to yank on his tail, if you know what I mean.
I don't.
I'm Brad. This is Big Mike. This has been Room with a View episode 3. Join us next time when we'll be playing episode 4 of The Wolf Among Us.
What is the name of episode 4?
Oh, the name of episode 4? It's... Really? Again? In Sheep's Clothing. God damn. So, why don't you join us next time here on Room with a View, and we'll see you guys later.
That was a silver bullet I shot at everybody.
Oh no! Everybody who's a werewolf is dead!
Good.
Oh, poor people who are wolves.
We'll be watching like a football game, and I'll be like, oh, the Packers, I used to play for them. And someone would be like, no, you didn't. I was like, well, no, when they would start up their games, I would go out with a violin and I would play to get them pumped up. So yeah, I did play for the Green Bay Packers.
That's really fucking funny.
A butcher.
What's that?
A package having to do with someone called the Butcher. I saw one just like it at the Tweedle's office.